afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to 1 vs 1 on Angoville. In the north, this is Angreifen fighting for the German army. Deutschland taking on the role here of the 9th Panzer Division vs south. It is Mattewgod fighting here for King Country, their Commonwealth, rolling out here with the Guards Armored Division. We got Fortifications, Elite Armored, and Firestorm here with Triple Infantry versus Royal Artillery, Mobile Assault, and Lend-Lease here with Double Infantry Machine Gun there for Mattewgod. Hard push for the east, there's a hard push for the west here from Angreifen goes out. Volkskonzert and Coh2 out here for Angreifen, double sections for Mattewgod. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Also, a big thanks to my patron support, without which this episode and so many others would not be possible. You too can join these heroic ranks by pledging on Patreon itself and just donating a bit. Choosing the eastern side here, third section there on the way for Mattewgod. Coh2 there heading westwards as well. Their aggressive storm part by moving about here to sort of quickly scout out any potential enemy movements towards the west side there. Obviously, just want to get surprised in the building by the Tommies. They good move there. Sandbags are plenty for Mattewgod in the east, digging in hard there in expectation of a German assault. Third section moving here for the center, going to head westwards. Moving westwards there with the Kubelwagen. Following southwards here for Mattewgod. They got the Sturm parties heading eastwards there as well. Very good, very good. So for a bit of quiet. Section moving out as well. The Sturm party is slowly creeping eastwards. And there goes section Sturm about to class. Folks moving up there. We could see a big clash here around the car point. There we go. Shots fired. Section backing off this on their own. They simply lack the ability to stop the Germans, even halt them temporarily. And there go. Full retreat here from Mattewgod in one section, stranded out behind possibly German enemy lines very fast. Other section moving up westwards here. Only the Coh2 is there to sort of stop and resist the advance. Fourth section for Mattewgod. Very infantry build here so far for Mattewgod. Very standard for the British. Second full squad out there for Angreifen. No sign of doctrine yet though for either side. Both players remaining a bit more on the waiting pattern there. Quickly wiring off the sandbags there. Full's been caught here by the section on the carve point. Moving up, but he's not close like this. This is going to be a win for the section since with the carve bonus, they are typically much stronger there. Plus the said, I'd rather the second section up. Actually, the Sturmpanzer running here might just switch the battle in favour of Angreifen, since the Sturmpanzer will be closed and the Volk can then focus on the other chaps there. Section moving in here from the east, but again, they are more isolated, they're separated. We got more section moving in here from Mattewgod, more Volks moving in here. Angreifen so far leading very aggressively as the British player. And Mattewgod's going to have to do something to turn this around. He may in fact have to switch hard west. So far, he's very much focused on the eastern side of the map, just being dug in there. And while on paper, nice, I mean, it does mean it also becomes easy for Angreifen to pin him down in some ways. It's a bit more risky in some ways, like he would be off pushing hard west. Okay, we got 5 seconds for Mattewgod pushing very hard on infantry versus Angreifen. Third full squad out there for Angreifen and the German army section have routed. Another big British push here by Mattewgod. So many sections soon to be inbound here versus him. He'll finally move westwards there. I mean, he's not even tried to push for the point on the west side. And right now, hard push westward, completely overrode Angreifen there. Might be able to take out the Kubelwagen. So there you go. 5th section out, and there you go. Looks like he's finally heading westwards there, basically around the attack into here, where there's plenty of heavy cover for Angreifen to dig in behind. He switches westwards, where there's right now not a lot of Germans in the first place dug in, and not a lot of heavy cover either. So, no, never mind. Looked like he's doing. I mean, he's sort of doing it, but he's still focused here on the eastern side. He's pushed out one squad, so he really wants these. There's obviously, because he's got the fuel, they're still connected. So he obviously just wants to reconnect that, but at the same time, he spent a lot of time, wasted a lot of manpower just trying to get through to that. All the way moving in there, section needs to get that building before the Volks can do. Oh, that's going to be really awkward there for Mattewgod. Again, need to create that carve point as well. And there you go, Volks squad out in the open. No truck yet there, section pushed back. At least Mattewgod's making gains once more here versus Angreifen and his merry band of Huns. Coh2 on fire from the section here. Moving up there, we'll be seeing tech next, bolted sections, grenades, or weapon racks here. And there we go. A 6th section here. Mattewgod going all in on the sections. Good lord. Angreifen will likely find himself definitely benefiting from some suppressive weapon deal with all these infantry sections. So 6 sections. He's also going to need a lot of healing because he's going to bleed out very, very fast. And obviously 6 sections, it's also going to be quite a bunch there for Mattewgod to manage. There's also not without its risk. But in the short term, you can't give him quite the surge of infantry. It can make it much harder for Angreifen to deal with because he is definitely not equipped to deal with 6 sections. Sandbags being dug in, troops being secured there as well. Moving for the fuel and the carve fund as well. Now he's really getting in and he's getting aggressive. And of course, he's yet to bolster them. Meanwhile, we got to check out the Angreifen. Will it be Belgrove headquarters? Okay, it's Belgrove headquarters. Might be he's playing a flak half track to try and deal with all these sections, but there's also just the AC, so maybe he just wants to heal up and try and take fast ahead for something. They just skip the mechanized regiment. That is certainly also, I think, a strong possibility. All the way now, Mattewgod has managed to more or less turn the map all of, well, his colour there. Colours of the Union Jack section. They're routed. Coh2 charging to try and push them up. We got more sections nearby. Need to retreat. There we go. Got response by Mattewgod. No point in wasting manpower senselessly versus the Germans. That could quickly drain him of any like momentum we just gained here versus Angreifen. Belgrave headquarters almost down there for the German army and the 9th Panzer Division. We got tech there for Mattewgod. No upgrades yet for the sections, just a lot of sections. Forces charging at them here. Advancing, could power Brandhandgranate, section map support here. Though from a safe distance. Don't worry, we're coming to help you. From a safe distance. Piss off! Coh2 moving in again, trying to push them around there. Basically using that bit of a cheeky tactic against, well, Mattewgod's admittedly very cheeky strategy. Are you posting them down here with Coh2 and the full squad up close here? Might just have a chance of winning. Even then, the section's doing quite well. Going for the cop on this thing up behind Angreifen. Section's about to get wiped out. Nope, gets out of there in time. We got some medic kits here ready. There you go, flanking the force of the Coh2. Flak half track away for Angreifen. So he's going to try and go for it here versus Mattewgod and all of his infantry sections. But again, he's going to have to, of course, go for anti-tank weapons soon after, because otherwise Mattewgod can just shut this down hard with a AC Mark III. Coh2 here playing a crucial role in trying to give his forces a slightly better chance here. There's all the sections up close, slightly reminding me of Companies 1, where you kind of had the sort of same interaction between the Schwimmwagen double, motorcycle and your forces as well, to like try and help you win engagements early on, since otherwise the force companies tended not to perform well in a lot of engagements one-on-one. But with the Coh2 or the Schwimmwagen back there, you could sort of do it here, and similarly sort of seeing the same thing with the Coh2 and the Volkskammerdienst here. Going for the eastern point here, good maneuver there, similar to what Mattewgod has done there early on. Angreifen now switching eastwards, trying to play around the significant surge of troops that Mattewgod is displaying for king and country. 251-17 half track out there for the Germans. Now, this particular version is actually based off, I believe, a workshop version from Italy, were used by the Hermann Göring Fallschirm Panzer Grenadier Division. There were actually numerous versions, 251-17, but most of them did not have the ability to like sort of flat down the sides like that. And there you go, AC Mark III on the way there for Mattewgod. Very much the expected response there to a flak half track. Or any German light vehicle, really. Like, the AC just shuts them down unless it's a Puma. And that's definitely not a Puma. Troops are falling back in the east, but still he's been using this as a slightly push west, open up for the western front there. So good maneuvering there by Angreifen. AC Mark III almost done. We got like Ken from there for Angreifen. He will probably need more. He likely will. Not probably, he likely will need more. I'm like Ken, I think, to have a good chance of dealing with that. Mattewgod, meanwhile, they will have to see what else goes for. Still no upgrades, still no bolsters. Brandhandgranate, they're going to flush out the section alongside the flak half track. They're leaving one way or the other. Excuse me, Herr Englishman, your rent has run out and you haven't paid any new. We don't pay rent! Exactly, die. Section of right with the flak half track, focusing up. Back up here, nothing further. Got the medics ready though. We got the kidnap front. The AC Mark III has arrived. Note AC stands for Associated Equipment Company. That was the company that made the armored cars. Little fun fact there. Proceeding with a flak half track. McKenna's setting up there. He's going to have to pop the smoke street. Smoke! Oh, the British player popped the smoke, not Angreifen. And lose the flak half track. Yeah, hard shut down there. I'm not entirely what's going on there for Angreifen. Maybe something was distracting him or something, I don't know. But that was definitely a throw there with a flak half track. I think a smoke screen would at least give him a slightly better chance of surviving it. Though there might also just been some issues there of some other sort. Going for the cover on Alway. Big loss for Angreifen's flak half track. Well, it did some. Was not enough to remotely, like, pay off for the costs. And now he has to deal with the AC Mark III on top of everything else. MD-34 there for Angreifen. Very good. No sign of docking yet here for either side. I mean, there's plenty of choices here for Mattewgod. Royal Artillery, Mobile Assault and Lend-Lease, I think, in all ways are good. Though, the more time is going on, the less likely Lend-Lease is looking. So, more likely Mobile Assault or Royal Artillery. In fact, he could be likely just try and push for a Valentine tank here to back up his AC Mark III. Further put pressure on Angreifen and the 9th Panzer Division. getting the shoots, misses, full moving in. AC moving about here. Sappers on the way there for Mattewgod. Noting he also now has bolted, so that's a lot of infantry, really. That is a lot of infantry, also potential there for being bled out, though. Still, a lot of infantry, a lot of firepower, a lot of problems. The MG34 is going to really come in handy now for Angreifen, and in fact, he may have to consider another MG34. He should also definitely, while at it, salvage this one for some fuel. While he can, there goes Section 10, the Raketner for now from the east side. Coh2 moving up to try and support. Bevy 2, 6 kills. Section there pinned down to the ground like insects. Praying for sweet release. In the south, Fox is sneaking back behind points there, meanwhile everything else is going on. Nice work. MG34 reloading to deal with the next wave of advancing Angreifen. In the eastern section of Raketner keeps punching away at whatever looks suspiciously British, knowing, well, it can't hit them. Since they're usually not that big. AC moving back here, 3 kills, close veterans 1. Back here, nothing further going there for Angreifen. No additional support weapons summoned forth. No sign of tech either. Folks on the south here caught by the AC Mark III with 4 kills. Mines up here from Mattewgod, was expecting a successive wave of German attacks and so prepares mine to deal with it. Very good. Nice planning ahead there on Mattewgod. Nice planning ahead. Now then, you've heard of Angreifen to further help contain all the British infantry. More mines. Going for the co-op on this an opportunity. Good play there by Angreifen. Looking to disrupt Mattewgod. So he might just be more prone to make mistakes. But also just makes it harder for Mattewgod to do what he wants to. Though we can all see he's still disrupting Angreifen as well. Section holding up there. Co-op on there being dug in on. Cutting off the entire east side. There's a significant disruption there of Mattewgod's resource flow, which is great there for Angreifen. Buys him more time and also makes sure that Mattewgod can't just snowball the match hard against him. Sturmpass what I need to retreat before they get wiped out. So good play there by Angreifen, good play. Section moving out here, Vickers on the way from Mattewgod. Starting to have enough of all this German infantry, decides to bring up his own machine gun to help contain it. Going for the fuel point, hits one of the mines. Forcing a full collapse, I think, of the eastern assault here by Angreifen. But even then again, the damage has been done a bit. And Mattewgod's resource income has at least temporarily been slowed down. So thumbs up there to Angreifen, thumbs up. Tech on the way for Angreifen as well. Mattewgod, meanwhile, has yet to further take up. We got that Vickers on the way, though. Still no sign of a doctrine. MG4 opening up the section, catches at least one of them suppressed it. The other one might also soon be suppressed with a bit of luck, but that never, in the end, materializes. Fox moving up here. Assault rifles in hand, only one's caught now without it. Has the missions for it, though of course he may be setting up the missions for other things. Truck out. That's going to be spare punted quarters, at least I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Would be a very strange move to go for a mechanized regiment at the current state of affairs. Would be a very strange move. Meanwhile, Coh2 not 4 feet ground points, half a to veteran T3, got 7 kills actually. Good handling the Coh2 there by Angreifen, thumbs up to that. Could lay down some sandbags around here, set up a new line of defense against the Germans. West side, we got the second up the AC support, it straight to the MG34. Raketner was nearby. Good hit on the AC Mark III. Fox all setting up to threaten the flank here. Nice work there. There's a machine gun, which could disrupt that if he takes a deeper flank here, though. Or if the machine gun is too busy shooting at the machine gun to allow the Fox to flank it, that would also work out nicely. Great work there for Angreifen. Bit unfortunate there for Mattewgod, and there you go, machine gun routed, 2 men dead. We got 415 versus 494. Up north, the machine continues to pin down the section routed. In the far east here, we got Coh2 up with the Sturmpioneers. Mine spotted, section in a lot of trouble. There's the mark of both the Coh2 and the Sturmpioneers. The section stands no chance. Machine gun sitting up here. Coh2 and the rest of the advancing section. Halfway to, well, more than halfway to veteran 3 there. We'd be pressuring still to get answer veteran 5. Sapper shouts in the Fox with the march in hand. I think that's going to be a bit suicidal there. Sectors pressed up the MG34. Those machine guns then coming very handy here versus Mattewgod, who is taking up there as well. Very good. Wait, he actually went for a mechanized regiment. Ha. That has got to be one of the strangest moves. Part of me wants to believe that was a mistake there, but I guess he might have some sort of plan. It just feels like, why would you not just go for tanks and Obersoldaten at this point? So, I'm a bit baffled on that one. I'm a bit baffled. He is going for a Puma, though. He is going for a Puma. I mean, Angreifen does have a thing for the Puma, but even then, like, 15-minute Puma seems a bit much. I mean, this might be the first time I've actually seen someone do something like this. So Angreifen is definitely going past. Now he's going for a truck. So, okay, so he's clearly not going to intend to stick around the mechanized, but I'm guessing he's going to use the Puma to buy himself time then for the Schwerpanzerkorps to do his stuff with, I guess. Not entirely sure I'm a big fan of that, but at least it makes some degree of sense. And there you go, Puma out, the 234-2. Big section push here. Worth noting, we haven't seen a doctrine yet from either side, and we do have grenades though. I was about to say no sort of sign of upgrade for the section from the bolsters, but the grenades do add some punch. Machine gun, of course, also adds some punch, then it immediately holds up a big push there otherwise through this southeastern wall there. Thumbs up to Angreifen there, this was good machine gun handling, plus nice timing of the incendiary pigeon guns. Again, the incendiary pigeon guns really crucial bits of the machine guns, both MG42 and 34. So great work there, concussive grenade. West side here, Puma pushing back the AC Mark III. Machine could also be in trouble alongside the section there. Worth noting he still has all 6 sections, has yet to lose any here to Angreifen, so at least he can manage these all of these numbers. Cavalry being destroyed here by the Puma. MG34 getting some good kills in there, 4 kills. And Vetsancy 2. Kubagen disengaging as the AC goes into hunter-killer mode to destroy that Kubagen. Or at least so it seemed. Back here, troops reinforcing healing for Angreifen. Schwerpanzerkorps going up here at the outskirts of his base. Few upon these being seized. While Angreifen is taking back the western one. Section right here, the Puma got 2 kills on this German heavy armored car. So far, players getting a bit more fluid. Both players are getting a bit more flexible in their approaches and not likely just to get bogged down in one point. Though this was, I think, more of an issue for Matthew than it was for Angreifen. And there you go, artillery called in. So we have Royal Artillery as the first doctrine chosen, featuring early warning, concentration barrages, command detachment Valentine, artillery support group Sexton, and perimeter Overwatch. He clearly wants that house gone. One being pushed back. Quite accurate artillery there, actually. Pretty much all hits the building, spot on. Very few misses. AC versus the Puma here. The Kevin opening up. You know, folks is flanking actually nice out there by Angreifen, destroying Matthew's AC Mark III. That was quite well set up there by Angreifen. Clearly caught Matthew off guard. And he calls in the Valentine tank. Now, despite having checked up, not being far off from the Cromwell tank, he commits to Valentine tank instead versus an opponent with a Puma. That definitely feels a bit weird. I'm guessing he basically sees the Pumas being almost dead and figures he can rush in the Valentine tank to knock out the Puma. Maybe, nope. Obviously wouldn't be doing like that. So, yeah, the Valentine tank here makes not too much sense. Plus, the reality is he got this Valentine tank out much, much sooner than he did. So, the Valentine tank here is just... I mean, it's just as strange as this Puma at 15 minutes. We've got telecall in the Schwerpanzerkorps, authorization going on. Great work there, but the Valentine tank Puma certainly feels slightly odd here. Not necessarily bad, just a bit inefficient. Just weird because it's not typically how players would go about it. And obviously that has its strength in terms of like just, you know, non-linear play, but it just feels weird. Valentine tank changed the machine gun there. Puma setting on the move again, packed up with the Ken. Almost got the machine gun there. Can he finish it off with his Valentine tank? Puma gets a good hit. Gaining medicines on the process. Ken shoots misses. Could we see the Kubagen finally go down here? So close, 53 minutes escapes. Puma moves up, engages the Valentine tank and misses. You got 370 versus 461. Matthew there's in a good victory point lead here over Angreifen. Eastern Victor bombing seized the Sturmpanzers, we're then quickly moving to deal with something else. Kuban there with 8 kills, very, very close to veteran free, and the self-repair ability 9 kills. And there you go, veteran free Kugelwagen. Veteran status. Which also now gives us access to self-repair if it's not in combat for too long. Orbits on their for Angreifen, very good, very good. Got plenty of reason for light machine guns, but when they're going for the Valentine tank, smoke pop. Worth noting that match here, besides the Valentine tank and the Saps, there's no way of dealing with armor. There's not been a lot of mines after the first few ones. 9 to tank guns, no Piets. So there you go, Valentine tank just done again. Like, I'm not entirely sure again why he went for the Valentine tank and then did what he did. Like, if he were to go for the Valentine tank, that would have been like to rush down the Puma and deal with it. But instead, he just didn't do that, and he just allowed Angreifen to quickly kind of just pursue the Valentine tank with his own Puma and destroy it. So a very strange move there. Very strange move. I mean, maybe that's what Angreifen was hoping for, that he would go for Valentine tank, realize it wouldn't work, and of course just destroy it with the Puma. I mean, if that was the case, I mean, I guess a success, but still a bit strange there from Angreifen. So at least his strange worked out, unlike the Mattewgod machine cleared out there somewhere. In fact, yep, secured the MG34. In fact, that's been some hit control some time. So he's actually stolen both of Angreifen's machine guns while the thing was going on. That's actually a bit of a problem for Angreifen. Sure, he got rid of the Valentine tank and the AC, but 2 machine guns under his opponent control is actually a bit of a problem there for his infantry. Got the Orbison sending out. 1 kill so far. Need to be careful with the grenades though. Of course, associate Mattewgod here, and there you go, Geballte Ladnung. Almost got the section. And that's a wipe. He's actually lost 2 sections now. The close getting up in the Fulton tank at this point obviously has also suffered losses. Looks like here, thanks to the Puma, this Fulton squad is able to survive. So yeah, casualties are piling on both sides, and the Kugelwagen barway is also down. A more harsh blow there to German army morale. Not so Kugelwagen. Not so Kugelwagen. How could they, those monsters? I used to be in opposition of them bombing English civilians, but after this loss of that Kugelwagen, I fully support bombing all of London into dust. That poor, poor Kugelwagen. Second Valentine tank. Now this is definitely awkward then, a bit of a strange move. In particular, since like it's just not great versus the Puma. I mean, you're better off going for like Cromwell, setting up for Comets, or going for Fireflies, and I think going for the Valentine tank here, I think. So I'm not entirely sure what's possessing Mattewgod here. I'm not entirely sure what's possessing him to do this. I mean, I almost guessing, I suppose, that's we got the Valentine tank and beat it because it's reasonably fast and all that. But even then, I don't know. It just feels like a bit of a strange move here, since like, even then it's a very close matchup between the two. Where I feel like the Puma still has the advantage of the Valentine tank. So yeah. I don't know. In these here, machine weapon support going back the points here from the Germans. We got 261 to 461. Significant 200-point difference. Troops have routed by the MG34. Need to fix up the Valentine tank now. And he really should be going for some tanks himself that's a bit bigger than the Valentine tank. More orbits on there for Angreifen. More elite infantry. Seizing these 10 points here with the machine guns and the sappers. Mines being laid down as well. Very good. Grab the point here with the MG34. I mean, still having access to like 3 hand machine gun teams is going to be a real hassle there for Angreifen. More sandbags, mines. Sappers are busy at the front line, ready to get back to fix up his Valentine tank. Angreifen still without doctrine. We got a line gun laying down the smoke screen to set up for an assault here. Obviously expecting machine guns. Thumbs up there by Angreifen. Tactically very sound. Shooting westwards, obviously anticipating the assault coming in due to the smoke screen. And of course in this regard it could have been a distraction there by Angreifen. Just its mind tricks us up for an assault into the east, which would be pretty clever there. Other machine gun setting up further there, more troops moving in the sector. Orbs on there, not with the machine gun, of course the other squad is, and in fact pushing eastwards, though it will encounter the machine gun head on. Should have flanked a bit more deeper here. Should soon come on from the Vickers, there we go. No incendiary pistol rounds for other enemy force, they're not quite there yet. Could help deal with the Puma a bit. Push with the Coh2 on there. Maneuvering his flanks, very good. Orbs on there continue to suppress. Need some troops to flank up behind it. We've got a section coming at least the southern flanks, and the north flank is open. No, he actually sends in the Storm Pioneers. That's a bit awkward. He cancels the Orbs on Darden by the looks of it. Yeah, he got them fast wiped. There you go. Final collapse on the right flank. Good work there by Angreifen, though could have been a bit better done. Machine gun setting up there. 0 kills, but Veterans 1 is available. Back here in his space. We finally got the mountain tank being fixed up. We got a 6-pounder gun here. Obviously starting to worry about enemy armor. Then Angreifen's not far off from a Panzer IV. Though he does remain without a doctrine. Also significant lead here for Mattewgod over Angreifen. In terms of victory point, on 83 versus 461. That is a hell of a lead that Mattewgod managed to put together. Panzerkampfwagen Finlay for Angreifen, the 9th Panzer Division. Mountain tank moving up, engaging the Volksgrenadiers. Of course, need to go up to get Panzerfausted, or it's really in a bad spot. Close down the bombardment here. Crew moving eastwards, close to Veteran 3, Panzer IV halfway done. 6-pounder going out here for Mattewgod. Angreifen Panzer IV is almost there, and still the son of a doctrine. Mine goes off. Machine gun section bombarded by the line. Gun needs to reposition here. Better than retreat the second before that gets swapped. That would be a bit awkward there for Mattewgod. There we go. Panzer IV ready. Mattewgod can soon go for the Centaur or a Cromwell tank. Puma hits a mine. That is great here for Mattewgod. His AC's on the Lantern tank's good spots. Can actually take out the Puma here. Definitely a bad one there for Angreifen. He does with the Panzer IV out, but still losing the Puma is going to leave it a bit more exposed and remove some of Angreifen's all that strong mobility here versus Mattewgod. And there you go, Panzer going for it. The straight turn to tanker though gets good in the balance tank, but there you go. Damn its engine. This is horrific here for Angreifen. Another hit there as well. Could try and clear out the entertainer up close, might work out for the opposite moving in there, but still pretty bad situation here for his tank to be in. Half the crew is dead. Can he clear it out and get the Panzer V before it's too late? Till he called in here, and there you go. Anti-tank gun. Crew dead. He's calling in artillery. Mine hit by the Orbs of Darden. Not entirely sure what to do without artillery though, but it might end up destroying the anti-tank, which would be great for Angreifen. Machine crew that are being annihilated by the Panzer IV. Orbs are nearby supporting, even though they've been taking losses. Section wiped by zone artillery. Almost got the anti-tank gun as well there. Oh dear. That definitely felt like a mistake though, Mattewgod. And there you go, anti-tank gun firmly destroyed here by Angreifen's Panzer IV. Plenty of manpower being floated. Should consider some orbs. In fact, he's very short in infantry now compared to his opponent, who's actually starting to get short as well. Both sides see more troops, and there you go. Machine gun crew wiped out. Intense fighting going on here. West side is heavily entrenched there by the British, but they're not doing much. They could be a bit more active. And we got Volksgrenadiers and Orbs on there for Angreifen, clearly realizing he needs a lot more infantry. It's a good reaction there by Angreifen. Good reaction that we are still without a doctrine for him. Slowly approaching the 30-minute mark, in fact, and he's yet to choose a doctrine.
We're losing a capture point.
Sturm Pioneers hard to work with the Panzer IV. Volksgrenadier squad ready. Orbs on squad number 2 almost ready. Mountain tank repairs, so let's go for the sappers first. Hammer tactics, so he's actually going for the Comet, which makes the second mountain tank certainly a bit more strange as well in that sense. Even if it did in the end result in him taking out the Puma with it. So there you go, fixing it up. Repair kits on the way there, or hazard kits. So there you go, fixing up the Valentine tank, and of course also get emergency war speed now. Allowing it to blitz a bit about. Almost got the Eastern Fuel Pioneer section advancing with strength to line of fire with the Panzer IV, which has not been upgraded. Angreifen still without a doctrine. How much longer will Angreifen go with their doctrine against his opponent? Got the upside moving in.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Well, it's not far away from the Comet. We are talking less than a minute. Almost just a bit of half a minute, in fact. Panther 4 engaging here. The Valentine tank and infantry inside the base, getting some good kills in there. Some nice harm. Seizing these 10 points here. Advancing up further aggressively. And fun here at the 30-minute mark, a bit above, they've actually got fortifications. We'll be seeing S-mines, most likely. Since Angreifen does like tossing down those. Oh, wait, what is this? We got a 2cm flak 38 emplacement being built. Wow, you do not see those at all very often. 2 thumbs up there to Angreifen. Truly, we might be seeing a new meta here, the flak 38 meta. Ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. Anyways, flag almost good to go. They're coming away there for Mattewgod. I don't think the flak 38 is going to stop that. I mean, obviously, if this was a flak 88, the Comet would not be having a great time against it. But it's not. It's the flak 38, which is of spectacularly less caliber. The high rate of fire. Picks it up here in a fort machine gun nest. Though there's a bit of a blind spot here. The red. Oh, there's actually not. Nice setup then. We got 183 versus 396. Comet almost down there for Mattewgod. Banter tank remaining there on spot. And what will Angreifen go for next in response here to the Comet soon hitting him? Will it be a Yak Panzer? Will it be a Panther? Will it be more Panzer Force? Will it be more flak 38s? There we go, Comet out. Valentine tank shoots to the Panther 4. Panther 4 shoots to the section. Section on the way there for Mattewgod. Push east was there. We got Orbison lining up there with the Panther 4. Infantry be able to deal with, but the Comet is going to be a bigger problem here for Angreifen. So he doesn't have the pack 33 set up. They could go for that. And obviously the flak here 38 is not going to stop any trooper there. Go Bantam tank going in here. And being easily disrupted. The Comet also does not push out. He looks like he's going to try and clear out the machine gun there with it, interestingly enough. Suppressing troops on the card point. Got 183 to 374. There you go. Yak punch on with a grenade on the machine as well there from the Comet. Hammering over there with the 77mm gun. Section routed by the double Orbison squads. Valentine tank there shattering a shed. Comet moving ahead there. Panther going straight for the Comet. Bit risky there, we go. Good hit from the Comet on the Panther 4. Bands tank off planning fire support here. Shoots, misses. So, Mattewgod could consider flanking assault here, try and bypass here, though he might need to clear that one out to have it more successful. Still think a push for here could catch Angreifen's positions off guard and sort of deal with him instead of trying to attack up here. I mean, it's much more easier for just Angreifen to bottle up the assault and more easy to deal with it. But because he's obviously expecting the assault to come from there. I mean, that's why the flanking placement is pointing in that direction and not that one. Coming in there. Shoots out the flanking placement, does some damage. Panther moving up, got the Yak Panther 4 there. Shots bouncing off the Comet's armor. Another shot they're going through here from the Panther 4. And the Yak Panther joining as well. That's high velocity 75mm gun. Note it's the same as one used by the Panther as well. Just being a body out in the open. And an assault officer. Bit late there for Mattewgod, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but it is surprisingly late. Flag emplacement hanging behind, Panther 4 moving in. Half a to 53, and there goes straight into the Comet and the Valentine tank here with it. Close to 53 on that Panzer Kampfwagen 4. Shot bounces, Yak Panzer moving up, good hit on the Comet, almost taken out there. Another anti-tank out there from Mattewgod. What we say for next crumble? Another Comet or something else. Meanwhile, Angreifen pushing off from his assault there. He could be trying to press the left flank a bit more, try to catch his opponent a bit off guard, but he's clearly focused on the eastern side. And I'm guessing he has no like direct hard rush because he has most of the victory points. That said, if he does try to beat his opponent, it's going to be a very long match and might give Mattewgod more time to sort of reorganize and deal with him. So it's not without risk either. Yak Panzer takes a shot, goes straight through its 80mm of sloped armor. Flank emplacement could do with some light repairs as well. Panzer 4 very, very close to victory 3. Orbs moving up there. Grenade off. Bandits taking the move there. 3 kills, ace level. Orbs need to be careful. 183 versus 324. 23. Silver raining down. Panther 4 shoots, gaining veteran 3 there. Very good. 14 kills in service of Deutschland. Second being rallied. Yak Panzer moving up. Comet slowly good to go there from Mattewgod, but he's constantly taking up again. He's like trying to outmaneuver Angreifen. Needs to catch him off guard rather than just constantly attack head on and hope he gets lucky. I mean, sure, you could get lucky and push through, but why not use tactics to avoid that and just, you know, beat him through tactics? Would be my sort of opinion. Now, troops reinforcing healing. Comet almost fixed up, but I'm guessing here Mattewgod decides he can wait no longer. The assault must commence. Britain demands victory. Comet length in the Panther 4, but there you go. Good to win the Comet 10, pushing down to half health. Yak Panther moving up as well there. Half 8 splits into one itself. Second charge heads straight into the flank in place. We're getting hammered and suppressed here. Yak Panzer takes an last hit from the Comet, but the Comet's almost down. 6 Pentagon moving up as well there. Comet escapes the wrath of the Yak Panzer. The assault is steadily continuing here. Could call in some artillery trying to disrupt it, but no on that. In fact, we got Angreifen calling artillery instead here with zeroing artillery. Sneaky work there. Forcing retreat here on the assault, and pretty much is holding him in his tracks. Good work by Angreifen, a bit expensive, but makes sense. It could set up a pack 43 at this point, I think. That would be quite effective. But certainly further punish Mattewgod for all these head-on assaults across a very narrow front. Well, whatever's there, it would watch there, is dead now. Looks like he might be seeing something resembling a flank, but he's doing it just with a tiny tank. Which could very much go away as his intentions, and I'm going to prepare better for that. Another Panther 4 there on the way, very good. Flag in place, miniature mark notice has now been repaired as well. Also very good, very good. Comet setting out. Nasty hit in the orbital garden. Half the unit gone. Panther on the west side here. Might try and flank his opponent. In fact, we got some on the west side overall. Very good there by Angreifen. Getting a bit more active. East side we got the Comet up to take from McKenna, and the flanking plate of course fires away pointlessly at the Comet, but you know, asserts his position. West side here, second line chase with the orbital and the Panther for the flanking, very good there. Mattewgod's infantry being decimated in another fruitless assault against the German front line. Second Panther ready here for Angreifen, flanking against the anti-tank in here, very close to Veteran 4 on that Panther 4. Very close. Another Comet there from Mattewgod. Could be useful, but the question is, will he use it correctly? Is he just going to be like thrown into the furnace of war like the other one? 6 Panther gun dead. That's a definite problem. Comet shoots, misses, anti-tank destroyed. Further diminishing Mattewgod's ability to deal with Angreifen's armor.
The capture point is being
Yak Panther forming into the base. Holy smokes, that's a great hit there. 4 men dead with a single shot. Casualties piling up inside the base now. Yak Panther calls Brian covering. 5 common halfway done. The other tanks trying to assist. There you go. Second Panther wing. More infantry dying within Match's base. It's turning into pure slaughter at this point. A pure, ruthless slaughter. Panther force advancing and destroying the platoon command post, denying him the access to one to tankers. Got Tilly called in a bit too late, meaning the victory point is very much firmly Angreifen's. 183 versus 255. Platoon command post down. Valentine tank going for it. Artillery firing in close as well. Valentine tank down. Sergeant's being murdered. Second combat out. But Match is just being pummeled in submission now. Non-toucher is supposed to hit, but it's not hitting anything. Pants force and getting the Comets. Could actually lose it. The Comets do have more firepower and better durability here. Pants force disengage. Yak Panther supporting though. Takes a slight hit from artillery. You got 103 and 228. Yak Panther there, half health. Still, Matthew is in a very tight and perilous position. Panther for they gaining the ace level. Almost got the Panzer IV. Sapper's white. I think Match is very much out of this battle by now. And there you go, GG, game over. A loss there for Match, a victory for Angreifen. And then I think a good part of the battle is just basically Angreifen being more flexible in his approach. Because Match had a tendency of getting very stubborn, very head-on assault-like, and not just switching path of attack, then sort of trying to just fight on map control better. And that allowed, I think, Angreifen then in particular just defend more easily versus otherwise, you know, strong tanks. But just, you know, because Match used them inefficiently, Angreifen will beat him out. Also, just going for that second Valentine. Held the first Valentine tank, I feel it was a mistake when he just could have pushed from medium armor, I think, at a better pace. There's definitely an issue there for Matthew and his strategy and tactics. Still, even then, just for the sheer number of sections, we were able to actually push through and almost win the game just on that. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial saying cheers. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.